Hey everyone, Debbie Vornholt with Commonsense Landlording. Let's talk about the brand new requirement that Section 8 has just come out with. So I've gotten a lot of questions on this. Everyone's very confused, and it's actually very simple and straightforward. And before I go any further, be sure that you know the local laws in your area. I'm in Louisville, Kentucky, so I would double check and make sure that this is rolled out in your area. This is a federally administered program, or is a federal program it is administered locally, so there may be different rules in your area, but here in Louisville, Kentucky, this has come out. So this is the actual email that I got, and it's pretty self-explanatory. We used to have to use the Section 8 lease, and if you didn't want to, it was a major ordeal to get your lease approved through Section 8. So now you're not going to be required to use their lease, which is great, because we all as landlords have this specific clauses and things that we have in our own lease that we want the Section 8 participants to have to follow. And it's just been a real pain to get them approved. And now they're just going to require you to simply use your lease with the addition of the HUD statement. So this is simple. It's easy to do. Just use your lease. So up until July 1st, 2023, you will be able to use their lease. It's not a problem. I'm going to go ahead and start using ours. So I've had 2 tenants so far this year have their lease paperwork or their Section 8 paperwork come back to me. So what I'm going to do, I've got an email into Section 8, but my plan is I filled out the paperwork, and then I'll get a letter stating that the rent amount that I've asked for has been approved, and then they'll tell me when the new rent starts. And then I'm going to send over a new lease to the tenant with the Section 8 start date and end date on the new lease. And then every year I will just issue a new lease. I use a property management system. It's very simple. I just email it. You can mail a copy to your tenant. You can go over to the house. It's a good opportunity to use the chance to get in the house and see the condition it's in. So that's my plan. I'll update you if that doesn't work, but I'm going to fill out the paperwork, wait until it's approved, and then send the lease. I have prepped both of these tenants, and as the new paperwork comes in the rest of the year for the other tenants, that is my plan. I will prep them when it happens. I'm not going to worry them ahead of time. I don't want them worrying about something that's not an issue. And it does say in here that you are required to use whatever lease you use for everybody else. You're required to use that same lease for these voucher tenants. So it's the same lease. You can't make any changes to it. It is just going to be the same lease. And it actually says here, changes in the document, says the document submission says after a unit passes the inspection down here, the landlord and tenant will execute a lease. So follow the process, go through the process, and then just issue your new lease. It should be simple, and it says where to issue the lease to right here. Keep that, keep that email. And if you all would like a copy of this email, just hit me up in the group or a chat or whatever, and let me know. I'll be happy to forward this to you. And let's see here. The other thing that you have to do is get this toolbar out of the way, is the HUD tenancy. And so hopefully y'all can see this. This is the 3 pages, 4 pages, 5 pages. So there is a 5-page HUD tenancy addendum that you have to add to your lease. So you will use your regular lease, and again, I can send this to you. If you don't have it, I can give it to you. Section 8 will send it to you, but you will have to add this to your lease. So again, I use the property management system. I've just added as an addendum. It's not a big deal. You can actually just print this out and add it to the lease. And let's see if there's a place for them to sign down here. What I'll probably do, well, in my lease, they will have to sign it. It won't be an option. You can have a signature page and have them sign this and keep a copy of it so that you have proof that they saw it, that they got it. And then just be sure that your tenant gets a full copy of your lease with this tenancy, Section 8 tenancy addendum. So this is pretty simple. It's not complicated. Use your lease. They want you to They specifically say, wait until you've had the inspection. So I'll wait until everything is passed. And I've already prepped the tenant on the new paperwork. I'm not going to worry the ones that I haven't renewed yet, but very simple. Use your lease, have the tenant sign it, add the HUD tenancy addendum, and be sure that you send a copy to HUD at leasepapers@lmha1.org. So very simple. I'm happy with this change. It's a great change. And I don't have any problems with it. The other thing that you need to know, which is great for landlords here, again, this is in Louisville, Kentucky. We used to only be able to increase rent by 2%. Years ago, it was 4%. Now it's 9%. So you can now raise rent as of January 1 on your Section 8 tenants with lease renewals after January 1. You can raise the rent 9%, which is great because at the 2% increase, many of the rents on Section 8, at least here, they are well below market in their area. So I did verify that with Section 8 and got a happy response back. So it was great news. So keep in mind, you can increase your rents this year, starting this year, January 1, by 9%. If you have any questions, again, let me know. You could hit me up if you need a copy of this email or would like a copy of this email. I'd be happy to provide it to you. Just message me your email address. So I hope you found this helpful. Again, let me know if you have any questions.